Sonnet 71 by William Shakespeare, 1564 to 1616. No longer mourn for me when I am dead, than you shall hear the surly sullen bell give warning to the world that I am fled from this vile world with vilest worms to dwell. Nay, if you read this line, remember not the hand that writ it, for I love you so that I in your sweet thoughts would be forgot, if thinking on me then should make you woe. Oh, if I say you look upon this verse, when I perhaps compounded am with clay, do not so much as my poor name rehearse, but let your love even with my life decay, lest the wise world should look into your moan and mock you with me after I am gone. Okay, this is a sonnet by William Shakespeare of Stratford-upon-Avon. This is instruction to the fair youth. The fair youth is a beautiful young man who Shakespeare is in love with. And if you look at it on the surface, it says, when I'm dead, don't mourn for me. As soon as the bells stop tolling, forget about me. I think he's also saying that I love you so much that I don't want you to be sad when I'm dead. I want you to get on with your life. But I also get the feeling that in this sonnet, Shakespeare's saying, don't think about me. But I have a feeling this is a bit the same as saying, don't think about pink elephants. If you want somebody to think about pink elephants, well, the first thing you say is, don't think about pink elephants. And I think maybe by the message within this sonnet, it's going to be far harder to forget Shakespeare after he's dead. I think also this sonnet shows Shakespeare's fear about mortality, his fear about dying, and I also think Shakespeare's fear that after he's dead he will be forgotten. And maybe it's very difficult to write things to praise yourself, to say remember me when I'm gone because I'm a brilliant poet. And I think this is a very good way of doing it. Don't remember me because I'm such a rotten poet. And you remember him because he was such a good poet. And I think that's maybe the idea. So let's look at it. No longer mourn for me when I am dead, then you shall hear the surly sullen bell give warning to the world that I am fled from this vile world with vilest worms to dwell. So don't mourn for me when I'm dead. Don't be sad for me when I'm dead. Maybe I always look at this first line, and if you don't go into the second line, it says, well, mourn for me when I'm alive, because when I'm dead I'll be away from this horrible, difficult world, from this vile world. And I think there's a touch of that within it as well. So don't mourn for me when I'm dead, than you shall hear the surly sullen bell. So surly is bad-tempered and sullen is without enthusiasm. This is the death knell. Dong, 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 dong. This is the bell tolling the death of somebody. So don't mourn for me after my funeral, after I've been buried. A little bit, yes, when I've died and before I'm buried, but once I'm buried, dead and buried, then forget me. Give warning. So, and this bell is giving warning to the world. This bell, the tolling of the bell, the surly sullen bell, surly sullen bell. That's a nice pair of S's. Give warning to the world that I am fled. That it tells the world I've gone from this vile world, this horrible world, and with vilest worms to dwell. And now I dwell. I'm living with the worms, with the vile, horrible, disgusting worms. Nay, no. If you read this line, remember not the hand that writ it. So if you read these lines after I'm dead, don't remember the hand that wrote it. But he's already suggesting, well, maybe you're going to read this poetry after I'm dead. And I think that there's almost a double thing. If he wants the fair youth to forget him, then don't read the poetry after I'm dead. But if you do read it, then remember not the hand that writ it. Don't think of pink elephants. Yeah, don't think of me. For I love you so that I in your sweet thoughts would be forgot, if thinking on me then should make you woe. So I love you so much that I don't want you to remember me in your sweet thoughts, because it would be that it would make you feel sad, and I don't want you to feel sad. And this to me echoes very much Christina Rossetti's poem. But okay, so don't remember the hand that wrote it, because I would prefer that I was forgotten from your thoughts, because if thinking about me would then make you sad. Oh, if I say you look upon this verse when I perhaps compounded am with clay, do not so much as my poor name rehearse, but let your love even with my life decay. So if I say you look upon this verse, so if you just happen to look on this verse after I've died, when I am compounded, when I am mixed with the clay, when my body is in the ground, do not so much as my poor name rehearse. Don't say my name, don't think about my name, but let your love even with my life decay. So let your love rot away with my life. Let your love go. Let your love disappear. Let your love die with me, lest the wise world should look into your moan and mock you with me after I have gone. Otherwise the world might, lest otherwise the world might look at you crying, you mourning, you weeping, and ridicule and mock you for being in love with me, for writing these verses, for mock you for loving me after I've gone. And I think this, in a way, these last two lines are echoing the fact that Shakespeare doesn't feel that he is worthy of the love of the fair youth. Shakespeare's an old man, and the fair youth is a beautiful young man. And this again is echoing Shakespeare's insecurity, that there's no reason for someone as fantastic as the youth to love him. So I think all in all, this poem is actually saying the opposite of what it's saying. It's certainly saying when I'm gone, the message is directly don't think of me, but I clearly think this idea of don't think of pink elephants. But also there's this little bit in the middle where he says I don't want you to be sad when I've gone, because I love you and I don't want you to be sad. And that's another reason why. So here Shakespeare's thinking about his mortality, he's thinking about the fact that he's much older than the fair youth. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Sonnet 71 by William Shakespeare.